This is 3 News Daily.
Hello everyone, welcome back to 3 News Daily on this Friday, April 28th. I'm Stephanie Haney here with the stories that matter most to us here in Northeast Ohio. And we start in Cleveland today, where a woman was taken to the hospital in critical condition after being struck in a hit-and-run car crash, which police say they believe was intentional. This happened at East 53rd Street and Hamilton Avenue. EMS officials say that the woman is currently in critical condition. We'll share more details on this story with you as we learn more. Also in Cleveland, a 2-year-old girl was rushed to Rainbow Babies Hospital in serious condition overnight after being shot in the foot. Cleveland EMS say they picked up the child from a home on Craven Avenue. Police say a witness who was in the home's kitchen at the time of the shooting told them that a young man slipped and the gun slipped and he accidentally shot the child. The shooter ran from the house afterwards. Now, the Stark County Sheriff's Office has identified a woman's body found in Canton Township as 33-year-old Suzanne Marie Thomas. Someone passing by an abandoned lot on Georgetown Road Northeast noticed Thomas's body Wednesday afternoon. Deputies say right now her cause of death is unknown. Anyone with information is asked to call the Stark County Sheriff's Office. Meanwhile, a family is looking for answers of their own after their loved one died following an alleged assault at an Ashtabula nursing facility. 65-year-old John Carr was staying at the Carrington Park nursing home. His family says John told them he was attacked and suffered hemorrhaging in his head. They say no one at the facility told them about it, and the family members were the ones to take him to the hospital. Carr died about 24 hours after that alleged attack.
I just want something to be done because my uncle did not deserve to be beaten and suffered like that. I would never want anybody to go through this, what we're going through, because this hurts. This hurts so much, and no words can describe this for what my family and I are going through right now.
Carr, who was a veteran, was in the facility because he'd been diagnosed with terminal leukemia. Now, Ashtabula police are trying to confirm first if an assault or altercation took place at the facility, and second, if that contributed to his death. 3 News reached out to the nursing facility for comment, but so far we haven't heard back. We move now to an update out of Geauga County, where the man believed to be responsible for trying to burn down the community church of Chesterland has been charged with a hate crime. Eamon Penny is accused of throwing Molotov cocktails at the church, which planned to host drag show events at the beginning of the month. He was indicted on 4 charges, including obstructing the free exercise of religious beliefs and arson. On the hate crime charge alone, Penny faces up to 20 years in prison if found guilty. Now, Lorain County is facing a critical shortage of 911 dispatchers. Officials are saying the current dispatchers are burnt out from working overtime because of the shortage, and the county needs between 30 to 35 full-time dispatchers, but right now they only have 25 on staff. They're having a hard time finding people who want to do this job.
It's become very, very difficult to find those qualified people, those special people that actually are going to dispatch our fire department personnel as well as our police departments.
So if you think that might be you, they may have a job opportunity for you. Officials tell us they have stepped up advertising efforts and they're meeting with safety force departments about potential hires. Now, the City Dogs of Cleveland are in desperate need of help once again. They have taken in 263 dogs since April 1st. They do such good work in our community. But as of today, only 68 dogs have been adopted. The shelter is bursting at the seams, so much so that 11 large dogs are staying in conference rooms for the time being. So now through May 7th, City Dogs is running an adoption promotion. It's baseball themed. It's called Slide Into Home. You can adopt a dog for just $21. That includes having that dog spayed or neutered, standard vaccines, a microchip, and a county license. You can see all of the dogs in need of their forever homes on their Facebook page. That is City Dogs Cleveland. Now, residents in Columbia Station have raised nearly $3,000 in the last few days for Jake Hairhuth, who's been getting treated for leukemia for more than a year. Jake has spent the last 7 months in Columbus at Nationwide Children's Hospital. During his time there, his family found out Jake's sister was a perfect match for a bone marrow transplant, but nearly 100 days after that transplant, they were told he still had 80% leukemia in his bone marrow. Now, a man is stepping in to help the family, and he has promised to cut off his beard in order to raise money.
I don't know them. It was my wife's student. So I just wanted to do something nice.
To know that he doesn't know Jake at all and that he said, I want to do this for him and for our family. It's just beyond words.
That is a beautiful offer from that man who's a relative stranger to this family, Mark Zitlow. Kudos to you. Hopefully that raises a lot of money. Now, right now, Jake's mom says he's been very sick and he's been taking an oral chemotherapy treatment. His family is grateful for the support and they're hoping to get him back into remission. All right, let's turn to sports now. The 2023 NFL Draft kicked off last night, and the Browns did not have a pick. In fact, they won't have a pick until round 3. That's because of the deal they made before last season. Now, rounds 2 and 3 of the draft happen today. That kicks off at 7 p.m. The Browns have the 11th and 35th picks in round 3. Those are numbers 74 and 98 overall. Then they'll have a total of 6 picks in rounds 4 through 7 on Saturday. All right, today's the last day to get your vote in for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame nominees. There have been almost 6 million votes cast so far, and currently George Michael sits in the lead with just over 1 million of those votes. The top 5 artists with the most votes will make up a fan ballot that will be tallied along with others to choose the 2023 inductees. You can see the 5 leaders in the fan vote on the screen right now. They are George Michael, Cyndi Lauper, Warren Zevon, Iron Maiden, and Soundgarden. You can visit rockhall.com to cast your vote today. We also have a link on WKYC.com. And today is also Arbor Day, so to celebrate, the Cleveland Tree Coalition hosted a tree planting ceremony this morning. It was at the Ubuntu Community Gathering Space at East 103rd and Shaker. One major goal for the coalition is to create a healthy and sustainable urban forest throughout the city of Cleveland. And you can get free admission to some Northeast Ohio gardens today to celebrate Arbor Day. That includes both the Cleveland Botanical Gardens and the Holden Arboretum. They'll also be giving away free seeds if you want to do some planting of your own. Arbor Day was founded back in 1915 as a day where people are encouraged to plant trees. Now, speaking of new life, the Cleveland Metroparks Zoo has a new addition. The zoo welcomed this little white-faced Saki monkey baby to the family. This is the 3rd successful birth for Mom Lopez and Dad Louise. The baby monkey has not been named yet, but he'll be hanging out at the Primate Cat and Aquatics building for you to go and say hello. Now, before we go, it is hard to believe, but 1 week from tomorrow marks 10 years since the miracle in Cleveland happened. Nearly a decade ago, Gina DeJesus, Amanda Berry, and Michelle Knight, now known as Lillian Rose Lee, were rescued from captivity here in Cleveland. All 3 women were kidnapped between 2002 and 2004 and held against their will until May 6, 2013. Right here on 3, we'll have special coverage throughout the week to remember this tragedy turned triumph. That starts Monday at 7 p.m. Thanks for being with us for today's edition of 3 News Daily and being with us all week long. We appreciate you. Everybody have a wonderful weekend. We'll see you back here on Monday with more of your top stories from around Northeast Ohio.